Well, good morning, everyone. This is R. Vermil 47, Robert Vermillion, coming to you from Dallas, Texas. Today is, what was that? Today is June the 25th, 2012. It is Monday morning. Ugh. And I'm making this video at 9:09 a.m. Central Daylight Time. And of course, we want to start out looking at Debby real quick here because Debby is sitting and spinning. She's sitting and spinning. Um, she's not moved a lot. She's sitting right here. Uh, she's got winds sustained at about 50 miles per hour. There are some hurricane gust winds, but right now, all forecasts show that should maintain just a tropical storm category, with winds generally in the sustained winds, generally that 50 to 60 miles an hour. But again, I see that there are some 75-mile-an-hour gusts, and remember, 74 is the cutoff to make her a Category 1 hurricane. She's just sitting there, though. That's kind of worrisome in the fact that it really makes it difficult to know what she really wants to do. All in all, most gut feelings and climatologically speaking, she should eventually go east or northeast. But it's still hard to tell. She doesn't really want to go anywhere. There's very weak steering currents above her and around her. And so she's just sitting there. Umgots of rain is falling now in Florida. The continuation of just wind blowing here into portions of the Florida Panhandle are going to continue coastal flooding and tidal flooding all in this area. Even probably areas along the west coast of Florida are going to see that too. So as long as she sits there, and we've got some pretty good feeder bands here that'll swing around later today. So I would say, again, today's going to be a tornado day. I noticed we did have one fatality yesterday in a tornado, which generally is unusual for tornadoes in tropical systems because they're very quick. They're not very strong, but it doesn't take a very strong one sometimes just for you to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So we can call her a killer storm. She has killed one person due to a spawn tornado that came off of her. Again, a nice presentation this morning. She still is kind of lopsided. The majority of all the convection seems to be off to the east. If I had to call a center, I'd say is right along here. I guess just west of the 95 longitude line. And so far, she's just sitting. So let's look at some other things here. Okay, this is the more or less spaghetti models, as sometimes we call them. And these are all forecast tracks. Most of them were generated either at midnight last night or at 7 a.m. this morning. Well, that'd be 1 a.m. this morning and 7 a.m. this morning, and that'd be Central Daylight Time. Again, she's sitting down here. We do have some that keep wanting to take her west. Looks like the consensus is still off to the east. And over at Weather Bell, I was reading Joe Pistardi's discussion. And if you've not been to Weather Bell or you're not a subscriber, I tell you, Joe Pistardi's a great guy. He knows what he's talking about. And he's been studying pattern recognition, long-wave pattern recognition for a long time, and he's good at that. So his idea is that it's going to just go right across here and may play fun and games off of the East Coast sometime late in the week. She's not going anywhere anytime fast. So again, you can see models are spread back and forth. So it's almost just a guessing game. We should not rely on models. Again, we should rely on our common sense and thinking and why we became a weatherman to begin with to decide where she's going to go. Now, this is the actual official forecast track from the NOAA Hurricane Center, the the National Hurricane Center in Miami. Um, Look, she's just not going anywhere anytime fast. 7 a.m. Monday, which is right here's where she is this morning. We look by midweek, she's just right there. By Saturday, this has got her finally on land as a depression. That's coming Saturday. That's all week. Um, that's not a good scenario for this area of Florida because of so much flooding that's going to go on. This is going to be the calling card of Debby. Debby is going to leave us with some massive flooding, I believe. And I'll show you some rainfall projected forecast, and you're going to see why I believe that. But right now, tropical storm warnings are in effect for most of the Florida Panhandle, and then tropical storm watches are in effect that goes on down the west coast down towards Tampa, St. Pete, and for a little further down. Tornado watches will continue on this side. This is the side of the storm that when the storms, the feeder bands come in off of the Gulf, interact with land. You get the again, the vorticity, the twirling of the atmosphere tends to lean or lay down, and that's what causes a lot of times you get your tornadoes. And again, we've already had the one fatality. So just if you live in this area, if you see some feeder bands and some heavy duty dark clouds coming in, just be on the lookout, because we know that she is a tornado producer. So again, that's the actual forecast, the official forecast track from our government tax dollars, National Weather Service, NOAA's National Hurricane Center. And so your tax dollars say it's going to do this. Now this is, I don't know if I've showed you this map before. It's a QPF map. QPF stands for Quantitative Precipitation Forecast. And this is a 3-day running total. And you can see there's a bullseye right there in northern Florida, 17 inches. That's a lot of rain, folks. A lot of rain. Again, that's forecasted from this morning through tomorrow morning. I'll take that back. Thursday morning, the 3-day forecast. So 17 inches of rain is a lot of rain. Tropical storms are well known for producing just a lot of rain. So now let's take a look at the 5-day accumulated rain forecast. So here we go for 5 days. This is the actual, again, QPF, Quantitative Precipitation Forecast. And this would be from Monday through Saturday morning. Again, we've got that bullseye of 17 inches of rain, and surrounding that is in excess of 10 inches. So again, northern Florida is looking to get a lot of rain out of this, and this is based on current forecast trends and models. Now, if she does decide to go this way, there's going to be a big change. Other areas that we'll see decent rains this week up here in Idaho, northern sections of Idaho and Montana. A little bit of rain there in western Oregon, almost an inch there. My friends in Klamath Falls, I think you're going to probably see a chance of rain coming up, but I believe you're finally going to see maybe a little summer weather. Of course, if 80 degrees is summer to you, then you'll probably see some summer weather, but I'll get to that in a minute because I have my friends up there in Oregon. Okay, here's the animation of the water vapor loop, and again, we have Debby down here, which doesn't look all that impressive close to the center again, but circulation at the surface would be like this. You can see a pretty decent trough coming into the west coast, which is what's going to give the rain I was talking about up there, mainly in western sections of Oregon State and Washington State. We are going to have some rain coming in with this trough up in the northeast. There could be some severe thunderstorms probably later on today, even as this moves in and triggers some storms again up in the New England area down into probably the Beltway regions. This nastiness here is hot. I'm looking at temperatures probably making it well into, well, we're going to hit 100 easily today. Yesterday was our first day to hit 100, which was better than last year. We'd already probably had about 8 days or 9 days of 100 plus weather by now. This should be our first day, our second day of 100 plus degrees here in North Texas. And, well, it's summer, folks. What are you going to do? I'm going to have to get out there and water. That's what I'm going to have to do. Anyway, you can see, as long as this ridge stays strong, comes off, we keep it compressed in here, which is hot. We keep stuff moving here, which is fine, because that keeps that stuff moving. Debbie, what will she do? She needs to get picked up by this to make all the forecasts work. That's probably what she's going to do. But we'll see. She may just sit out there. We've had systems sit out there and finally just die off. If she stays in the same place, she'll suffer from what's called upwelling, which means she's already brought all the water up that's deep and churned it up and cooled it. And of course, a hurricane or tropical systems need warm water to continue to survive. So they tend to look for warm water, or want to nudge towards warm water. And so if anything, she would want to go either this way or this way to find warm water. The little low here is finally easing off somewhat, and that tells me that it's still a difficult forecast. Okay, here's a quick shout out now to my friends up at Klamath Falls, Oregon. They have the Oregon Natural Living blog. It's an excellent blog. I follow it. I get it in my email box, and you can get a lot of excellent ideas. The folks are great. They're nice. They're fun, and I'm learning a lot by watching them. I'm so glad that I found them via YouTube, and now I follow them on Facebook. And also, as I said, I get email from their blog, and it's great. But anyway, I believe it's Miss O'Leary. I hope I'm saying that right. Was telling me that they are still waiting on summer to get up there, and it looks like that maybe you're going to warm up this week. Here's the Klamath Falls, Oregon forecast page from the National Weather Service. Looks like 63 today. Looks like it got a pretty good chance of showers tonight, and that's as that storm system kind of moves in a little and affects you. And it looks like you're going to finally do a little warming up, maybe hitting 80 by the end of the week. So I don't know if that's summer for you, if that's more than summer. I'm not used to forecasting for up there, but I just thought I'd do a shout out to y'all. So anyway, everybody, have a great day. It's Monday. Make it the best one you can have. And again, if you're down in Florida, watch out for tornado activity, and if you're in the Florida Panhandle, lots of coastal flooding. So anyway, again, this is Robert Vermillion, R Vermillion 47, coming to you from Dallas, Texas. Y'all have a good one.